Okay. Hello. Just now the microphone reverted to the default one, so I was so confused as to why there's no, I guess there's no movement at all at the on the audio mixer, but I am here. Audio should be fine. I think there should be no problem. So if there's not, then let me just give me a second to pop up the chat, and then I start drawing. I think for tonight I actually need to be fast, so yapping should actually be minimal. Last night I was accompanied by a very kind stranger, so I ended up chatting too much. It was fun, being able to kind of meet an actual artist in a while and then being able to chat, but I guess I cannot do that for tonight. I need to actually get things done. Oh, oops, hold on. Forgot the preview projector. Oh my god, I picked the wrong screen. I forgot that the rules, not the rules, I mean like the option for OBS is that if you right click the preview projector and then you click, like depends on like the display that you pick, right? If you pick your main PC's your main monitor, the projector will be sent there. But if you pick your tablet, the preview projector will be sent to your tablet. So my my tablet screen was blocked by OBS. Incredible. But I believe that is all. I don't think I have any more obstacles, so I should be able to start. Also, this is bad manners, honestly, my apologies, but today was not the best day because I could not sleep that much at all, and my meal time was also all over the place, so I ended up only eating one meal like in the late afternoon. So like right now, like 8 p.m. is like the perfect time for me to be hungry again. To be fair, I guess I should be, you know, expecting as much, since I just explained that something came up yesterday, so this is technically only the second day. So there's there's, I guess, a few topics I want to talk about, but maybe not the best time. Or I guess let's see how far I can get with today's art first, since I actually want to make good progress. Oh yeah, I think I didn't finish my thought before about random like chewing noises. Like I would just be eating a energy bar, but I will not. I'll try my best to mute, because the plastic packaging is also a bit annoying. Just the crackles, the crinkles. So yeah, but you know, it is Saturday night as well, so we get to relax. I think that the color that I use may be a bit too cool tone, like ashy. Not that there's anything wrong with using cool colors. I think it's actually encouraged. Just that his hair is not exactly covered by cool ambient light. And it kind of feels, maybe it's just me, but I feel like it's a bit too, stands out too much. I also understand why it feels like it's dirty, just because there might be too much details, as in too many different colors fighting for like a spot, fighting for a pixel in this case. So it ends up having like all sorts of different shades of like light gray, even not even dark, not even just like different shades of gray, but specifically it's the light gray that has, you know, too much variety in it. So I think I just have to make a decision to kind of do color blocking, like unify the colors, darken even the base like just slightly, and then like add a few strands that's kind of like add a bit of like a wildness to it, but also a bit makes it feel a bit more natural. Yeah, that's that's the word that I'm looking for. Jesus, choking on air. All right. be like this, you know, like just random strands. Kind of like on top of everything after finishing all the shades. I should also fix the turban because there's a very strong disconnect here. Maybe, just maybe, I can just erase it. Yeah, since this is actually mostly his hair. Back to business. I think I would add more depth. I'm giving up. I think I would add more like darker color. Just a bit more darker color. This one is different. I wonder what is happening here. Okay. I was wondering why the gap would not close at all. I'm a dumbass, I think. I think I'm not supposed to touch this. Yeah, I think I didn't do that much changes to it, thankfully. Oops. Oops. Double oops. So I went from trying to switch back to colors to pressing the eraser on accident. So now I go back to the turban. I also need to make sure that is the outline. Need to properly rename it. Probably shouldn't use much because it makes the turban look damp. Doesn't make it look dry at all. Oh no, wait, wrong brush. I should probably use this one. I need to make it make me remember down to like the muscle memory. So I remember that Rakuri's brush is the one with like blending capability, because synthetics brush is for cloud specifically, so it's for layering and stacking instead of layering with a bit of blending built into. I think for this part, right, realistically I would guess that maybe for example, maybe I should do more blocking again. So blocking, should drop it lower. Sorry, oops. My bad, I don't know how loud that was. I was trying to rotate my microphone a little because it is a bit too far from my face. Okay. Back to applying blocking, I think. It's fine if I only block it like that because because the lighting still comes from like his upper right, or at least it's a bit more slanted, so not exactly 45 degree, but maybe like what, 40, 35, 38. I don't have to clean up the mess, like the bleed or something. Hold on. A quick clipping group. Is there no quick version, like just regular clipping group? Okay. Yeah, wrong option. Should probably pick both. And quick clipping group. Okay. Oh, I picked luminosity. Should have been multiplied, but at this point, are you all surprised? You shouldn't be. Looks a lot better. So it's quite weird, I guess. Still don't understand how the clipping, the mask layer actually works. Jesus, my stomach has not has decided to not show any mercy and just growled as loud as possible. I think I can manually change the color for the back of his turban, so I don't think I need to stress. I don't need to stress like the exact same like shading color. I mean, yeah. Sorry, my mind went somewhere else. Like I thought that, oh, I have the color that I picked already, so reapplying the shading should not be a problem, while forgetting the fact that I could also color picked straight from the screen here, as in that color picking this part, the part that's already shaded. Yeah, so I guess that when my stomach is empty, my brain decides to also be empty. Hold on, let me take a bite of my food for a bit. I mean, I am AFK, but I am not AFS. I'm trying to take several bites of my quote-unquote energy bar. It's actually Snickers. I'm not away from stylus. AFS. How's your cramps, by the way? Is it getting better? Also, just for the record of the stream, I am speaking to my fellow friend, my bestie, Forrest. So yeah, just to be on the record, so it doesn't sound like I randomly speak to someone in my imagination. Okay, wow. Yeah, so what kind of painkiller they have those specifically for cramps? Oh, okay. So my friend is interacting with my stream just to farm EXP, which I'm sure resets every stream anyway. I don't think it accumulates. Sorry about that, buddy. Nah, okay. Anything that is... Oh, not that is, but that has paracetamol. Okay. You know, I actually have expected Forrest to make a joke about how her XP bar is low. But I don't think she got the... I don't think she watched the full video to get that reference. What an absolute... not my friend, I mean like my XP bar is low thing is just such a degen phrase. You need to keep up with like actually watching the content so we can shit on the victims of Mujin together. But I also saw that apparently the English voice actor for Deku made a whole basically had a whole clip. I believe they did it live, but they read out like Saikuno's DMs, and the voice actor did it in Deku's voice. Talk about not having ongoing projects right now, and then you're cloning a very cringe-worthy serial cheater on the internet. Yeah, that's why you gotta watch it, man. Now that the painkiller has started working, we can can discuss. I mean, you watch first and then we discuss. Oh yeah, my AFK icon is still active. I think this is like my channel's staple at this point. I saw you replying next, and then I almost typed like turban next, and then I backspace to turban back, as in like the back of his head. Yeah, next stream idea. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna react together to the Deku voice actor shenanigans? Okay. All right. Then I guess when we stream next Wednesday, I guess the screen for the drawing software would be like 20% in upper left corner, and then the video would be the main attraction, basically, in like take up like 90% and 80% of the screen. Sure. Oops. And then we're gonna go from art channel to react channel / also sometimes we game very badly channel. What do you mean you watch me watch the videos? We are going to suffer together, watching through Discord and then having the video lag every few seconds because Discord sucks. You know, we could do that, you know. Can't believe my friend suggests that I watch alone and cringe alone. The audacity. I think if there's ever any scenario where I'll kidnap someone, it is to force them to watch certain cringe borderline lol cow content with me, so I don't have to suffer alone and cringe alone. And definitely, Forest will be one of those victims. Hopefully she doesn't hear that. What do you mean? What do you mean? You said that you're gonna watch me watch the videos. So, I'm gonna force you both eyes open and accompany me watch. Oh yes, it's here. Okay. Well, yeah. So you listened all of it. You heard all of it. Yeah, that's the point. You don't consent because I will be tying you up and forcing, you know, kind of like Tom and Jerry style, with that two toothpicks between your eyes. I force you to watch it. The point is not, you know, it's not to wait for your consent. Technically, yeah. It should be a new type of lobotomy. I guess in a way it would be more humane, I guess. Or maybe like a good interrogation method, if not lobotomy, you know. Anyway, so we're just gonna be focusing on my drawing for a bit. I am quite confused. Is this motherfucker supposed to have gray eyes? I feel like it's a lot. It's not a lot, I mean just a little bit darker. It has a bit of a bluish hue. I think I should, oh, wrong layer, my bad. Sometimes the brain deactivates and then just do its own thing. I think when you zoom out, at least you can see the difference. Ever so slightly. I can also see it on the overview or the navigator, like much better than just this dead gray color. It looks slightly better already. One layer again. No, it's okay. You ignored me. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks. Thanks, bestie. Hope your cramps actually get better instead of getting lied to by the painkiller. And also good night. Bye-bye. I'm gonna continue to lose my mind. I think she should be streaming tomorrow if things go well for her. Oh, you're still here. Bye bye. I mean, if you watch my stream, you should also be aware at this point that I will mention her, my friend Forrest, that she streams as well. Can I convert paint layer? I am learning. Also, yeah, don't get too hard on my ass because I act like I still don't know how to use the tools because I usually avoid using them. And sometimes because I only use it once, I will immediately forget about it. It's the same thing with DaVinci Resolve. So I have tried to export time lapses from Krita, right? And then when I tried to export, it said that it couldn't find this and that. And to be fair, I'm not blaming Krita. There was also like changes that I made. Like I moved some folders around, but the software could not keep up. Like it doesn't auto update. Which obviously it makes sense, right? I don't complain about that. It's just that when I I change it, it starts from, obviously, of course, I get it. Again, it starts from 0 again, right? So the older ones from the old folder, the original folder, that one also starts as 1 at 1. So I just have 2 folders of the images for one artwork, and I cannot export them into one, nor can I merge them unless I want to manually change the file names one by one to match it. So I tried to look up if I could export image sequence in DaVinci, and they say you could do that, but you should also like you have to specifically go to the media page, right? The page where you import files, and then in the media tab itself, like the place for for you to look at the images, the videos that you imported, there's like a 3 dot option at the corner. You have to pick like the frame display, I believe, and then you have to also pick what is it, you have to pick, hold on, there are a few options, but the one you click is to display it as sequence. I believe that there are other options to be display it as like file image, I believe, image file. I might have misremembered, but the point is that I've tried that once after encountering that kind of problem. The problem is that, again, just once, so I forgot about it fairly quickly when I do one of the Pixiv sketches the other day, and then when I try to again export the image sequences straight from Krita, it does not work. I believe, I could be wrong, but maybe auto saves, like or like recovery, data recovery might also affect it. But it does feel a bit annoying sometimes. But at the same time, I don't want to be a hard ass. In this case, I usually just need to look up ways to avoid trigger that kind of issues, right? So I don't have to later be angry like, why did X, Y, and Z happen, when I could have just, look up ways to prevent it after encountering it the first time. I generally, no joke, unrelated to art, but if you are someone who's going to be using PC a lot, your life's gonna be revolving around your PC or laptop, please make a good habit of googling your issues. Do not, I guess if you're still a beginner, you should always avoid relying on AI overview because if you have paid attention while you Google search, and then if you see AI overview, I see this a lot, by the way, every time I look something up, the steps, I guess, look a bit coherent, common for art softwares, but if you actually look at the links or you pay attention to the terms, some of the names they use, it's for a completely different software, for a completely different functions. but because the names are similar, or that's the product that has the most tutorials, the AI overview pulls that information and converts it itself into the software that you're looking for, even though nothing to do with what you want to look up, at least not the software, right? So when it comes to PC, just try to look literally everywhere. The most common I go to is the easiest one, right? Is either actual like PC forums, like PC building, or like if you're OS specific, you go to that OS kind of forum. If not, you can always look up like subreddits for like the specific issues you have, maybe like tech help or something. If there is a subreddit for tech help, I'm afraid that I may have misremember. Let me just fact check for a bit. Give me like 10 seconds. Because I do remember like there are a lot of subreddits like that end with like help, right? So it kind of it's tech support. Sorry, not tech help. It's PC help and tech support. My bad. I almost like brought people for a loop. But yeah, generally, if you could, whether it doesn't have to be like specifically PC, it doesn't have to be about laptop. I mean, like just like Krita here. Just don't rely on everybody else to like brought the information to you. Be the one to actively seek them out. People are too comfortable now, especially the younger ones, with the presence of ChatGPT. Like, my god, I can already feel my professor popping like several blood vessels due to the fact that he's one of the, I guess, good amount of like professors that were like always preaching about critical thinking for yourself, questioning things, blah blah blah, even for like the most trivial things in your life. Like, there's no such thing as like stupid questions, right? You can always ask anything and everything. Children ask a lot of questions all the time because they're learning, they're curious. So I don't know why we should stop doing like what we do a lot when we were young, and that is asking questions. Yeah, my professor probably would have lost his shit if he had to deal with like us that already had ChatGPT. Thankfully we didn't. I graduated just a few years before. But it's not even like a matter of critical thinking thing. I believe I've actually brought it up on my stream before, specifically about like functional illiteracy. So you may know how to read, but you may have difficulty connecting all the words within that sentence, which is frightening, because I feel like unless you skip every school or every class, right, every reading class, there's no way you do not know how to like put two and two together within a sentence. Because that would be crazy if like kids these days genuinely do not know how to understand a sentence as a whole. And it's weird to be like, oh, kids these days, because I was one of those kids. I was the kid, that the older people use for the back in my day. But now I feel like, you know, I have to be the one to do that. Yet at the same time, it is very worrying. Anyway, back to our less serious problem. And to remember to give a bit of hue. I think I can use I was wondering why the colors keep going lighter and lighter. Turns out I keep swiping up. I was like, oh yeah, color, you know, brushes with like blending mode, and then also me. Why is it blending? To be fair, I was not expecting the blending mode to be this strong. I do understand that usually some amount of paint get dragged as well, but you know, not to the point where swiping up a little will also affect it that much, like dragging the entire palette. think I should at least like make the majority of the changes, I guess. The majority of the progress, as in any final touch-ups, any backgrounds that I'm gonna do, simple or complex, will be done off stream, but I will be doing the most to try and do most of the progress here, so the stream can finally actually be marked as like the finale I guess if I want to pronounce it like it in Americans, then it would be finale. Oops. Oh, my bad. I hit the mic on accident. I was trying to scratch my brow. Oops. I'm trying to finish my quote-unquote energy bar. Hold on. sorry, I am done. I believe. Alright. Okay. I think I should now add the other hair. I think I'm gonna do this first so I can merge the irises. You know what's very interesting? When someone is quite, I guess, I wouldn't say passionate, but very direct in like clowning people who make arguments solely based on like their own confirmation bias on their own feelings. Because there was a, I guess not really a big notable, you know, it's not like it got that much virality or traction, but hold on. So from the specific story that I heard was that someone was some guy, right, was making like a rant video complaining about how he believes women ruined gaming space, blah blah blah, all because he lost a match with a female gamer, with a woman in on his team. And obviously dude was like very angry, like very upset, which I get it, but you know, I usually get pissed as well if I have like a shitty teammate. The problem is that he is actually the one who's shitty. Like, people have dug through his like stats and saw that he was just god awful, not only in the fact that he lost a lot of matches, but also his KDA was also dog shit. But it was, you know, convenient for him to pick that one interaction he had with one female gamer and then be like, oh, women ruin everything, women ruin gaming. But motherfucker lost almost every game he played. What the fuck do you mean that women ruined gaming? I'm pretty sure in most of those losses you have like, there are sometimes all men. Sometimes you have an all men team. I'm pretty sure sometimes you don't have a woman at all, and you still lost. And apparently it's a trend in this kind of like online PvP. I don't play PvP games in the first place. Like, it's not just a matter of toxic. Personally, I usually end up like with grind an unholy amount of hours into it. It gets unhealthy. That's my point. But I have heard a lot of the times, not just Marvel rivals, but also Overwatch, Valorant, and the like. But it stemmed from Marvel rivals that a lot of people, a lot of dudes specifically, if they hear a woman in, voice chat, especially in their team, they will go out of their way to die repeatedly, to either AFK, leave, throw a temper tantrum. You cannot complain that women run gaming for you when you are the one who usually like to do this kind of shit. Like, seriously. Compared to women who actually throw games because they're women, I'm pretty sure there are 10 times more like dudes who go out of their way to throw a game because they hear a female voice. So the guy complaining is just running a whole ass thesis, basically, based on that one sample size. So yeah, it's just so weird, but also so, I guess in a way, good, right? To see like a lot of, not just Marvel rival gamers or YouTubers, but also just men in general that clown these morons for being like, no, it's not the women's fault. You're just bad at this game. Because especially like, I'm not saying, I'm not using his tactic, like I'm not using this kind of dude's tactic where they go, oh, one woman do that, all women do this, they're all the same, they do this as well. But more so that specifically dudes like this, right, that complain about the existence of women, or go out of the way to throw a game, throwing temper tantrums. Just, oh my god, like, can you not just be good at the game? You have to throw a temper tantrum, blaming the women when you're the one who's shit at the game. What's worse is that he compared it to like sewing club, right? Explaining his logic that why women should not be in gaming space, but he compared it to sewing club, and that majority of the people that do the sewing are women, which is not true. I'm pretty sure like at least there are insane amount of like men as well. So it's totally not just all women. I guess it's a same logic but reverse example of like construction workers. the heavy labor, right? They also claim that women don't do, which is odd. But usually these kind of dudes are also the ones that like to brag about being logical and rational, but then you hear the words coming out of their mouth and you put together the logic, and then you're like, okay, so your logic and rational are basically created based on your feelings. They are not actually logical, they are just revolving around your feelings. So it's fucking hilarious. Generally, honestly, so cute as well when you know you see like the little insecure little boys kind of agreeing with like the sentiment that women should get out of gaming space, just because you know they got clowned by actual female players. Even if they don't get clowned by them, it is oddly very insecure behavior, like insanely insecure behavior. Because I personally don't give a fuck, right? If I'm playing this kind of like co-op games, multiplayer games, and I have to listen to a guy or a girl's commands, or their orders. I don't give a fuck as long as you know how to play the game, lead away. So it's the fact that these dudes, these boys that usually are shit at the game, they are the most butthurt about someone's gender. Just chef's kiss. I genuinely, one of my like past partners act like one of those, like, you know, oh, girls can play games, right? You don't know how to play games, you know. I'm a guy, so naturally I'm better at leading the team, just to lead our team straight into consecutive defeats. And the game that we were playing was like one of those like MOBA games. But it's not League of Legends, it was Mobile Legends. So motherfucker was maybe decent at solo play, like by himself, but he was not in any way, shape or form capable of leading a team. So the fact that he tried to quote-unquote joke about that, you know, acting like he knows how to do like cooperation. Mind you, there are also like 3 other teammates as well that we don't know, so we were like matching in the game as a duo, and then we only truly won like maybe a few matches. And even then, it's only when I tell him to shut the fuck up for once and just pay attention to the battlefield. Because I remember like being told like, oh, go here, do that, blah blah blah, and I'm like, I'm not you know, physically capable of getting there because of all the rosters of characters I use. The characters unfortunately only have like one mobility related skills, one that has like a charge. So the fact that the guy, my ex, you know, he was like telling me to go here, do that, just to lead our team straight to defeat. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like men who are good at games, like genuinely pro at games, they do not feel threatened. They have never feel threatened. If anything, they would be like, do you know how to play a game? Really? Great, let's go. My experience with like playing games with professionals have always been like that. If not professionals, like highly skilled. Like maybe not esports layer of like very like clean play style, very coordinated. But the point is that people who know how to win most of the matches do not care about being above someone else according to their genders. It's usually like the one who are genuinely awful at games, like the guy that made that rant video. It's usually that kind of creatures that get upset that a bitch plays a game better than them. I think this is silver, unless it's made out of different materials. For now, I can at least focus on the value first, like making sure the value is proper, and then I can do maybe like color or gradient map, or stack it with like a color layer. My throat's a bit dry from eating the quote unquote energy bar. I have to drink water. try and see if I guess theory on like my guess is right. My theories is only just, you know, to test whether or not different hues but same values of like this kind of like colors are better for like the outlines. And if you're wondering what kind of like mumbo jumbo I was just saying, visibility. That's my point. Visibility. Just see whether or not the outlines still look like outlines without overpowering the colors, instead of taking over the colors. I wonder what that is. I think that's the body, the clothing. Yep. Okay, back to the braids outline. I have to remember to add his earrings so I do not forget. What kind of earring is that, I wonder? I mean, I know it's a loop earring, but specifically the patterns. Are there like 3 rings? Like 3 small rings within the hoop? It's a hoop earring. Did I call it a loop earring? Hopefully not. Then what else? Other than the earrings, I should probably add it now. Is that the head or the face? Okay, that's part of the body. I should probably add the face and body. And that's the lips. Okay, what else? Above the hair? Maybe above the body but below the hair. pressing the wrong button. No, I keep acting like it's the same layer. Okay, I got it. I think I know what to do now. I forgot to take off the AFK again. At this point, I am not even question the point of, you know, why even have a preview window if I'm just gonna skip it, you know, if I'm just gonna never look at it. It's a bit too dark. Maybe I should pick this one and see if it can match. How big is this earring? No, there's only one small ring there. Maybe it's just a optical illusion on the other artwork. actually think that I'm done with like all of the basics, other than maybe some of the colors for the outlines, but I am done with the majority. Yeah, this is like 85%, almost 90% done. Right, so I can actually label this stream as, you know, a finale, so I'm not like clickbaiting my streams. It's great, good to know. So I just need to fix up the sizes, the size differences here. I think I'm gonna have to also darken the back of his hair. But I believe for now everything else is fine. Alright. It's 10:30 already, so I have to stop first. Then on Wednesday I would be doing something else. Hopefully I'm gonna be doing another remake. So yeah, see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you for stopping by. My friend should be streaming tomorrow as well. hopefully you can go check out her channel. Her name should be on within my chat. There's so many messages. Yeah, you can go check out Forest and underscore illust. If she streams, it's gonna show up tomorrow. Of course you're gonna have to subscribe first to get notifications, but back to my stream. I'm gonna fuck off now and relax a little, and yeah, see you guys on Wednesday. Yep, hopefully nothing goes wrong. I mean, hopefully there's not like a change of schedule or anything like that. But yeah, again, thank you for watching. I have to go. Bye bye.